Good afternoon, Cincinnati. I have a proclamation from the desk of the mayor. Be it proclaimed, whereas the Cincinnati Bengals are headed to Burrowhead Stadium for their second consecutive AFC Championship game. Whereas at last year's game, the Bengals scored more points than the Chiefs, resulting in a Bengals victory and a Chiefs loss. Whereas Joseph Lee Burrow, who's 3-0 against Mahomes, has been asked by officials to take a paternity test confirming whether or not he's his father.
Cincinnati's mayor Aftab Puraval put out this message before the Bengals-Chiefs AFC Championship game.
Whereas all season long, Cincinnati has been on a path of destiny, fighting it out to overcome anyone who stands between them and a Super Bowl win. And whereas Kansas City is named after its neighboring state, which is, just kind of weird. Now, therefore, I, Aftab Puraval, Mayor of the City of Cincinnati, do hereby proclaim January 29th, 2023 as They Gotta Play Us Day in Cincinnati. Thank you.
And well, this aged like milk.
But KC is headed back to a place that their young quarterback has taken them time and again.
And when you look at what the Kansas City Chiefs did, they went out and played football. They didn't care about getting their mayor to speak. They didn't care about renaming a stadium. When you do all that stupidity during the week and when you have all this fun, you set yourself up for this.
But there was one name many broadcasters kept coming back to.
First of all, maybe mayors just be mayors. You don't need to infuriate the other team. You maybe just pass laws and stuff or whatever mayors do.
And right now, the Kansas City Chiefs are extremely happy that Joe Burrow and Eli Apple and that jabroni of a mayor and all of those people in Cincinnati who were sitting at home going like, we won the last three. We got Joe Burrow. He's like Jon Snow.
That being Cincy Mayor Puraval. Thus, when Travis Kelce was interviewed post-game by CBS's Jim Nantz, the star tight end said, "How about this beautiful trophy, huh? Hey, I got some wise words for the Cincinnati mayor. Know your role and shut your mouth, you jabroni." Puraval, however, to his credit, owned it. Yeah, deserved that. Congrats to KC on a well-fought win, and good luck in Arizona. Proud of our fans and our Bengals for the energy all year. Jabroni, a word popularized by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, as we recall from Esquire. When I was a kid, it was an inside term that guys would use. When wrestlers wanted to have a private conversation when fans were present, they would start talking carny because they used to wrestle in carnivals. I thought it was so cool. Jabroni was a word that was always used in the derogatory sense. Oh, this jabroni, that jabroni. But the Iron Sheik was famous for saying the word constantly backstage. Jabroni, jabroni, jabroni. Around 1998, I thought, why can't I say it on TV? So I started saying it publicly, but the Iron Sheik was known for it. The Athletic's Richard Deitch, formerly of SI, would tweet, "That has to be the first use of jabroni in an NFL championship game trophy ceremony. The Iron Sheik and The Rock would be proud." It wasn't only the smack talking being done here. Multiple Kansas City Chiefs, with music blaring in the background, hopped on Instagram Live and called out Cincinnati Bengals defensive back Eli Apple, along with those calling Arrowhead Stadium Burrowhead, which, by the way, Shannon Sharp called out prior to the game.
The guy that talks the most to me is Eli Apple. I've never seen in all my years a more average player talks as much as he does. And I'm like, why, bruh? You happen to be, it's like being born to wealthy parents. Bruh, you ain't do nothing.
Ariel Helwani also weighed in.
Who is this jabron, Eli Apple? I mean, who is this guy with his tweets? How, if you're a Bengals fan and you like this guy, I question you. You can't seriously like this guy. I know you're supposed to like your guys. I know you're supposed to support your team. This guy is a clown. What an absolute clown on Twitter. He's not even that good. Didn't he get cooked in the Super Bowl last year after talking all this and making fun of DeMar Hamlin and the Diggs? I mean, Stephon Diggs is 1,000 times better at his position than Eli Apple will ever be. What did he do? What a clown, this guy.
Apple, the 27-year-old veteran who was selected 10th overall and faltered with the New York Football Giants, is a big smack talker. He is on his fourth team. After defeating the Chiefs, though, Apple would call Tyreek Hill a baby. Then he took a dig at Hill and Mecole Hardman by offering them both tickets to the Super Bowl between the Bengals and Rams. It was the first time in 3 years KC failed to advance to the NFL's biggest game. Ultimately, Hill ended up getting the last laugh when Apple gave up the game-winning touchdown to Cooper Kupp in the final minutes. Hill was quick to share his amusement at the sitch. When the Bengals beat the Bills Apple put out this tweet with the hands heart emoji, which Damar Hamlin has done after he suffered cardiac arrest. Apple denied it was mocking Hamlin. His mother, though, also a big smack talker, Annie, nuked her Twitter after the Bengals and Eli's performance. Even Patrick Mahomes' wife got in on the fun. Biggest loser of the AFC Championship game, honestly, it is a tie between Eli Apple and Mayor Purval.